I'm going to add a single pole breaker to the speed bus. It's just a single breaker. On off. There's only one pole and it's single throw. So only one wire goes into it. And to start, I'm going to put a connector in my fuse box. We want those facing forward. We can tighten that up from the top. Next thing I'm going to do is feed my wire. And always remember that when you run wire to your fuse box, you want at least a foot and a half below the box, so you have plenty of wire to work with. So next thing I'm going to do is feed the wire through the box. Now I'm working with the breaker in the on position. So keep in mind, this is live, in there's live, and the bars down at the bottom here are live. I recommend that you shut the entire main breaker off when you're working in your electrical wall. The next thing I'm going to do is mark my wire. Of where I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to push, I like having a lot of extra wire, so I'm going to push some of this up into the rafters so I have extra. And then I'm just going to mark it. And then I'm going to pull it down so I have plenty of room to make my cut. I use this tool to make my cut. And it feeds over in the end. And I'll cut it right at the tape. Because I'm going to feed this back up through into the box. Take the insulation and the paper off. So this is 120 volt circuit. We'll cut this. I'll take the tape off, my little marker there. You can also mark it with a Sharpie if you have one. If you don't, then you know. I'll push the wire back up in and tighten it down on top. Okay, our wire is in the box. Now I'm going to wire the breaker in. I have a breaker installed here. And here's our breaker. I'm going to reinstall it for you. I usually like to have breakers in here so a lot of the live bars or not open. And here's my wire. I used to have each wire come down and go in where it goes. Now I like to have extra wire in my bus. In case you need to move a breaker around or you need to make changes. I'll strip the wire. Alright, the first wire I'm going to do is ground. And I'll run that on the outskirts of my bus. And we'll bring it on the other side here. I'll hook my ground up. Kind of in the area where I'm going to hook. My breaker. I'll put that on my neutral bar here. And our neutral bar is bonded to the bus. Next, my ground's in. I'll tuck that in. I'll do my white wire next. And one thing, if you're doing an entire bus, you can do all the brown wires at one time, all the white wires at one time, and then all the black wires at one time. But if you're just adding one in, you'll do it like I'm doing here. Okay, I got my white wire on the. I'll tuck that in. Next, I'll hook up my black wire to a breaker. Make sure it's on. Alright, I have it in there. I had a little bit of time seeing the hole where it goes. Alright, tighten that down. And we'll tuck our black wire in. And again, I like to leave a little wire in there just for repairs or moving breakers around or anything that's going on. And I'm going to show you right here. This is our bonding strip that bonds the neutral bar to the bus, and then we'll have our ground hooked up, and so your white bar and your brown will be all together in one. And sometimes you'll break those up, and that's usually done when you have a sub-feed panel where it travels to another location. Is when you separate your grounds and your lights. But that's how you add a single pole, single throw, right here to your electrical box.